All right, guys. So we are getting started with today's Wellness Wednesday. Today we're going to do a little bit different. Where I'm going to talk about two different oils, where one we have talked about before. However, I feel it is super important to talk about today because we've got an extra added 10% off on this product until the end of today. So if this is something that interests you, pick it up now. It's definitely worth your while. So on top of the 25% discount that I offer, it'll be an additional 10%. So grab it now. Then the other one is ClaryCalm that we're going to talk about. So the reason why I'm going to talk about these two oils today is going to be basically to spotlight Mother's Day, right? So we have Mother's Day coming up in May, and these are two beautiful oils that are there to support women, to support mothers' children, right? So girls as well too, as well as so many other areas, right? This isn't just a women's blend, but if you're looking to grab a gift for a mother or a woman, these are the two oils that I would definitely pick up. So let's start with the Adaptiv blend. This is a great one for everyone, men, women. It comes as a roller bottle, or you have the option of getting it as an essential oil bottle and then putting it into a diffuser and using it that way. I love the roller bottles because they're already diluted, ready to use. And what you're going to do is you're just going to roll it onto your wrist, rub your wrists together, put it behind your neck, on your temples, behind your ears, across your chest, wherever you want to be able to breathe that aroma in, right? Because when we talk about doTERRA's essential oils, there are three ways to use them. You can use them topically, like I just showed you, aromatically, which when you're applying something topically, you're also getting the aromatic benefits of it. And the third part where doTERRA is so unique is that you can also take these oils internally. So this Adaptiv blend, because it is diluted and as a roller bottle, this one cannot be taken internally, but their other oils can be, and they're all FSSAI approved for India. So definitely go ahead, give it a try. If you've used their oils before, comment below or put a thumbs up in the description. I would love to hear from you as to what support you've received from these beautiful blends and essential oils. So when we talk about Adaptiv, I'm going to talk about these oils a little bit from the Essential Oil Life book. So if you haven't picked up this book, we still have copies available for sale. So DM me, comment below. They are also available on Amazon. Go ahead and grab them because they are such an amazing resource. So Adaptiv is the calming blend. This is the anchor in chaos, right? We all need that. And especially if you're looking to do this for a Mother's Day gift, this is where it is an amazing blend to be having, and especially for a mom to be rolling it on first thing when she gets up, maybe before she gets her kids ready for the day, or maybe before the kids come home from school, right? Because it's not just calming and supporting for the woman or for the mother or themselves, it's also supportive of the children, right? Because when they come to give her hugs, they're breathing in that aroma. When they're around their mom, they're breathing that aroma in, right? So it's not just a support for the mom, it goes so much more beyond that. And that's where when you're diffusing an essential oil in a room, you're supporting everyone in that room as well, in addition to the person that's chosen those oils. So this is doTERRA's proprietary blend where it supports emotional resilience, stress response, as well as mental clarity, right? So for those that are in the workforce or that might be homeschooling or unschooling or just trying to focus and get things done, right? We all have days where we need to do things. This is where the Adaptiv blend is perfect for that. And this is where men with this promo going on, what I recommend is grab one for yourself, grab one for your spouse, your partner, your wife, your mother, anyone as well, because these are great little stuffers to give as gifts as well. So that's kind of where, when things get overwhelming, this is the perfect companion for that ever evolving journey, especially of motherhood, where let's talk about the ingredients that are actually in this blend and why they matter, right? So we have lavender, calming and relaxing. The linalool content, when we talk about the chemical constituents of it, supports reduced feelings of anxiousness. Magnolia, one of my absolute favorite oils and flowers, where that also contains linalool, that has studies that have shown to support mood balance. Neroli supports a sense of inner peace and connection. So this is a great one for supporting cortisol levels. Wild orange, uplifting and energizing. So if you're feeling kind of tired or you have that mid-afternoon slump, this is a great one to have in there, where it has that wild orange and then it also has spearmint. So promoting mental clarity and focus, right? This is something we all could use a little more of. And before I get to the rest of the ingredients, I also want to say that these are safe for children too, right? So when we talk about some of these benefits, if you're listening to me speak about them and you're saying, wow, this would be good for my kid, grab one for them too as well. Share the bottle, right? Start small and then kind of grow from there. And the next ingredient, copaiba. This is where the beta-caryophyllene, a cannabinoid that interacts with the body's endocannabinoid system to help soothe and calm. So when we talk about regulation, when we talk about mood support, this is a great one to be having. It also contains rosemary, invigorating the mind and reducing mental fatigue. And then sweet gum, which is known for its mood enhancing properties. So this is where doTERRA is the king of blends. I highly recommend grabbing one of their blends. You do not have to do any blending yourself. You don't have to do any mixing, nothing of the sort. Grab it, you're ready to go. And this is where the science behind the bottle. Clinical trials show that compounds like linalool and beta-caryophyllene can help regulate the mood by acting on the GABA receptors and the nervous system. So if you go to doTERRA's website, you will see some of the studies that they've done with the GABA receptors, how the Adaptiv blend and the complete Adaptiv line work together to be able to support the whole nervous system. And that's something where if you have something that Mother Nature is able to provide us and you're able to take advantage of that, why would you not do that, right? Why would you try to go towards something pharmaceutical when you can start with Mother Nature? So Adaptiv has probably been out now for about 5 years or so. So there was another test that was done in 2020, which showed positive results in reducing stress markers and improving emotional regulation. And I know we have done studies as well as we have done retreats where we've used Adaptiv for a 2 weeks period for support. And we've noticed huge shifts in mind, mood, emotional support, emotional resilience, and regulation, in addition to being able to incorporate movement and nutrition, right? So there's so many different ways that you can use these oils. If anyone has questions about it, feel free to just ask or just put your comment in the chat, and I would be more than happy to be able to kind of go through those questions and get you started as well too. So some of the testimonials that are there. I'm going to go over Aisha, a mom of two. Adaptiv is my go-to when my toddler is having a tantrum and I feel like I'm ready to break down. I rub it on my wrists and breathe deep. It gives me the space to respond, not react. That's so powerful, right? And that's something that regardless of whether it is with our kids, with our coworkers, with our bosses, whoever it may be, right? We want to have that opportunity to have the space to respond and not react. This is the oil for that. So the next one, the next testimonial is from Rima. I use Adaptiv before big work presentations and during school pickups. It's my portable calm. I love that she uses it during school pickups. That's such a great way to use the oil. And right, and that's where you're able to see how convenient it is, right? When you're able to use these oils just on the go like that, keep a bottle in your car. It's a great one, right? When, especially if you're stuck in traffic and you might have a little road rage, this is a great one for that. So highly recommend the Adaptiv blend. We've gone over all the ingredients, the benefits, you've heard some of the testimonials. So the next one for Mother's Day, the duo that I'm talking about, is going to be ClaryCalm. So this is the monthly blend, where it is a great support for men as well. However, today's focus is going to be on women, and we're going to talk about the hormonal harmony in a bottle, right? This is doTERRA's ClaryCalm. I want to go over again, this is a roller bottle, right? So the same ways that you can use it, temples, behind your ears, across your chest, wrist points. For younger girls and women that are still menstruating, using it across your abdomen and being able to support it during your cycles. This is a great one. So this is where ClaryCalm is a soothing blend of essential oils where it's created specifically to help women with hormonal fluctuations. So when we talk about a women's cycle is usually 26 to 31 days, right? And that's how our hormones kind of fluctuate over that period of time. Whereas a man's cycle is 24 hours, right? When you think about how quickly men can kind of just sometimes let go of things or their moods are able to shift a lot faster, that's where you see that as women, ours is stretched out so much longer, right? So use different tools, use Mother Nature for your support and for your benefit. So this is a great one for supporting those hormonal fluctuations, menstrual discomfort, mood swings, hot flashes. So this is where it's able to support women through every phase, from menstruation to menopause to postpartum. And there are so many different ways to use it. So for example, if you are a woman that is still menstruating, across your abdomen, near your ovaries, that's a great way to use it. If you're using it for hormonal flashes, temples, back of the neck, wrist points are great points as well too, as well as your reflex points or your acupuncture points as well. So now going on to the ingredient side. So the first one, right? ClaryCalm. So the first essential oil that's going to be on there is going to be Clary Sage. So this is a great one where when we talk about Clary Sage, it's the oil of clarity, the oil of clear vision, right? As women, this is something that we want with our hormones. We want to be able to take advantage of that. So Clary Sage is known to balance hormones as well as reduce menstrual cramps. Lavender, it's calming. It supports a reduction in PMS related irritability as well as stress. So again, that linalool content. Then bergamot, uplifting and emotionally balancing, great one. Ylang ylang, where it supports mood regulation and promotes sensuality and joy. So that's where this blend doesn't have to just be used during your menstrual cycle. You can use it throughout your whole month, right? And you can also use either of these as like a natural perfume because they smell so beautiful that it's a great way to be able to support your body as well as have that natural aroma and that natural fragrance with you. That is 100% safe. So then the next ingredient is Roman chamomile. So this is one that helps with sleep, anxiety, relaxation. We have cedarwood, grounding and emotionally stabilizing. Geranium balances emotions and hormones. These are all such beautiful oils, right? Fennel, traditionally used for menstrual support and digestion, right? So we're not just talking about when we're having our menstrual cycle, we're talking about everything leading up to it because our progesterone changes, our estrogen changes, and alongside with that, our bowel movements change. And a lot of us, I'm sure, have noticed when you are on your periods, maybe your bowel movements change slightly, right? And that's perfectly normal. That's part of our hormonal regulation and our cycle. And this is where ClaryCalm is able to support and benefit us in those ways. So a little bit about the science behind it. Clary Sage has phytoestrogenic properties, which mimic estrogen and help reduce the severity of PMS and menopausal symptoms. So this is where, when we talk about what phytoestrogens are basically there to kind of come in front of like xenoestrogens, the bad estrogens that are in our environments, in our food, in our it could be in your dishwashing liquid. It could be in your perfumes. It could be in so many other things that we're exposed to on a daily basis. Using something that has a phytoestrogenic property helps kind of take that bully out and put in the good stuff. Then it has the Vitex chasteberry, which has been studied for its impact on the luteinizing hormone, your LH levels, and progesterone balance. So often, again, improving symptoms of PMS and irregular cycles. So this is where such a beautiful blend, such a beautiful blend. I also recommend doTERRA's phytoestrogen. So if you haven't tried that yet, it's a great one, especially if you're in perimenopause, or just like as a beautiful support to make sure that your hormonal levels are being balanced as best as possible. So now on to the testimonials. So ClaryCalm, so this one's from Tara, a mother of teenagers. ClaryCalm has been a lifesaver during my cycle. I used to be bedbound with cramps, and now I roll this on my belly and feel human again. This is where it's such an impact where you are able to use these support systems to be able to provide you with solutions that are, I would say for myself, they've been almost instantaneous, where I've been able to experience some of these oils and the effects that they have, and they're so powerful. Then the second testimonial for ClaryCalm is from Priya. I use ClaryCalm during postpartum recovery to manage emotional ups and downs. It helped me reconnect with my body. And this is a great one where, again, you're able to see and use how beautiful these oils are able to be used and how they're able to be used at all stages, right? So why have I chosen these two oils for Mother's Day? And why am I doing this Wellness Wednesday a little differently than the rest of them? Is because being a mother means juggling emotional, physical, mental demands constantly, right? Adaptiv is something that brings emotional resilience and calm, while ClaryCalm offers hormonal harmony and soothing comfort. So this is where these two blends, these two oils, and that doTERRA has curated are and can be one of the most thoughtful gifts that you can give a mother, whether it's the gift of balance, the gift of clarity, and self-care, all from Mother Nature. So you could buy these oils today, so that way you get the Adaptiv at an additional 10% off. You get them in time for Mother's Day. Pair them with either like a handwritten note, a mindfulness journal, a guided meditation audio, or something that is showing that you are actually able to care and nurture for that woman in your life. So definitely go ahead and use that. When you do go to doTERRA's website, use code 1254935. And once you use that code, come back to this video, just send me a message that you've done that. I will reach out to you and I will share a special Mother's Day ebook that you're going to be able to download along with your purchase that you can then either print off and gift or give it as an ebook to someone else. So I hope that helps. And again, the code to use is 1254935 for your doTERRA order to get 25% off and to get started today. So I hope that gives you an opportunity to see today's Wellness Wednesday video and find a benefit in your life today. So thank you so much, everyone. We'll see you guys next Wednesday.